To be honest with you guys, observing as an EFF member, not as a regular citizen, as an EFF member, observing all the MK party people who are always trying to criticize Julius Malema for accepting the election result. And by the way, I know President Jacob Zuma and the MK party, deep down in their heart, they thought the EFF was gonna be with them with this thing of trying to fight the vote against the IEC. They thought the EFF was gonna join through in this thing, but they didn't know. The EFF won't do something. Pela, here you have to prove that these elections, it's simple for us to speak because we can see, hi man, I love the elections, but are you gonna prove it? How are you gonna prove it? That's technology that we're using there. So you have to come with people to code and to dive deep into that system and decipher certain things and prove in a code. Whatever code, I don't even know those things of IT. You have to prove in a code, la, they were lying here, this thing, they rigged it like this. How are you gonna do that? It's easy to accuse someone of something. You can see someone beating a woman, but if you don't take a video and go and accuse that person and say Ushayumfazi, and then they say you're coming against them and you're defaming a defamation of character, they can see you back. Even whatever you're saying is true, but because you failed to prove it, it's gonna be working against you. So I think the EFF saw an opportunity, and I think the MK party was trying to use an opportunity, not knowing that the EFF won't join into this. They thought, and I believe they thought, the EFF was gonna go with them and accuse the IEC of the rigging of votes, and the EFF was gonna be vocal about it. Little did they know that the EFF, Julius Malema, will reject it, and not reject on the basis that he has sold out, on the basis that this is gonna be taking a lot of money from the EFF, going to court, going for something you can't even prove. Next thing, like I believe if the EFF had proof that this thing is rigged, they were gonna go for it. They were gonna deal with it. But there's no proof. So how are you gonna do it? MK party has been going to court, by the way. What are they updating you guys, the MK party members, on what is happening? Like what happened in the recent court? They were in court, like, was it a few days back, 4 days, 5 days back? They were in court about these vote rigging things. Did they tell you how it went? They're even ashamed to tell you how it went because they know they're not winning the case. The proof they're showing is lame. And we're not even saying the votes were not rigged. We're not even saying that. We can all see that there's something that went wrong. Then when it's back now, the EFF's votes, there are little MK parties above. Like, is this really the real votes? Or maybe the real votes, maybe they were like, what's Ropi, EFF? We can see, we can all speculate. But it's speculations. In court, some speculations. You must come with the proof. And here, we are fighting a big organization like the IEC. It's not an organization that's going to let you fly with speculating that they rig votes, that they are corrupt. They're not going to let you fly and be like walking around telling the whole world that this organization is corrupt. They're going to want to defend themselves. So in order for you to win, you have to come with concrete proof to prove that, no, these people, no, they rigged this thing. So what is the proof? Where is the proof? You can't just go accusing people. Sometimes it's good to know that but because you don't have the proof, look at the people who were busy lying about Julius Malema's marriage. This guy is divorcing, what. I'm sure many of them mind Julius Malema is suing them in private because it's character assassination. It's defamation of character. I'm sure majority of them, they're being sued. These journalists, that's why many of them are coming out to apologize because they got a letter. Prove this. Where are you getting this? So it's the world we live in. There's a justice system. So it's not like we don't see that something went wrong. The issue comes when now you have to prove. You have to prove it. So you can't keep on asking us, the EFF people, to join into this thing of the MK party assisting you guys. Hey, the votes were rigged. You guys must be vocal about it, because they know once the EFF is vocal about this thing is gonna boom, it's gonna go all over the place. Because, excuse me, President Jacob Zuma, the MK party, is not loud enough when it comes to the vote thing. They know if the EFF join it, it's gonna be loud to the loudest, and many people are gonna pay attention, because now it's them. Now they are the ones who are looking like fools, looking like amateurs, even to their own constituency, to their own people, because they are accusing the IEC of vote rigging, claiming to the whole world they have proof. But now, voila, they're not proving anything. The case is not going anywhere. There's no any update of, okay, the IEC is Bambile, there's the proof, what. It's still in court. It's gonna be in court forever. You're gonna see. It's not gonna get into any place. It's not gonna get to the next stepping stone. I in the case, I'm telling you, you're gonna see. This case of vote rigging is not going anywhere. MK party won't win it. So it's just maybe a tactic. And I believe it's a tactic for the MK party. Let's be honest. It's a tactic to fool their vote, to their voters base, to make their voters base know that at least these people, they're doing something, they're going to court, they're trying to fight this thing. Maybe one day they'll win it. Maybe one day they'll win it, and then our vote will be more. Maybe one day they'll win it, we'll go to an election rerun. You're fools, because you're believing in something that will never happen. It will never happen, this thing you're believing in. But of course, these people, they continue believing it. No one can mislead them. Like, hey, I'm misleading us as we believe the vote. Yeah, believe it, but prove it. It's not like we don't see it. It's not like we didn't see what happened. We all saw what happened. We all have our first share, second share, third share of speculations. But how are you going to prove that? How are you going to prove it? It's another story. Because we don't live in a world where you just accuse people and get away with it. So, to avoid certain battles, because you don't have proof, certain battles you can't win them. That's why the EFF is smart enough to choose the battles they want to fight and choose other battles they don't want to fight. Because if there's a battle and they have proof, they can go for it anytime. They can go for it, even if the proof is not enough. But for the fact that they have a proof to open a case and sustain this case and this trial, they will do it. There's many cases they're doing it. Even against the GNU ministers, they've won a lot of cases. Even against Mr. Jason McKenzie, they've made him to come to account by that money he spent traveling all over the place, allegedly going to France, Paris at the Olympics. Allegedly, they've made him to account. So if they know that there's proof here, we can go for this, even if we don't win it, but we're gonna bring awareness, and they go for it. Maybe the MK party has so much money to be going to court with the IEC. Maybe they have proof. Who knows? Get proven wrong. But so it's one of those cases they're gonna be going like Senzo Mayowa's case forever. But it is what it is. Thank you very much.